Have you ever looked at a woman smiling at you only to suddenly realize she is using the same smile she used to tear another man apart? That moment, it hits like ice water, but most men brush it off. They ignore that gut feeling. Because she looks amazing, she sounds sweet. And just like that, they're hooked not on her, but on the illusion. They lean in. Before they know it, they're caught in something that drains the life out of them. And they still call it love. Here's the truth. Not every woman wants a partner. Some want a puppet. Some want a fan. Some want a man they can mold, weaken, or control. They don't come into your life to build something. They come to use, to test, to drain. And if you don't spot the red flags early, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of doubt, disrespect, and emotional chaos. I'm not here to bash women. I'm here to protect men. I'm here to wake you up before you give your time, energy, and heart to someone who never deserved it. Because when a woman says certain things, very specific things, she's revealing her entire mindset. And if you miss the meaning, you'll pay for it. 1. I don't need a man. Sounds like independence, right? But she's not saying she's strong. She's saying you're optional. Replaceable. A truly mature woman doesn't have to prove she is independent. You can feel it in how she carries herself. But when she makes a point to tell you she doesn't need a man, she's setting the tone. You're not important. You're already losing. The more you try to prove yourself, the more she pulls away because she can't respect what she doesn't think she needs. 2. My ex was toxic. Maybe he was. But if every story about her past makes her the victim and the man the villain pay attention, that's not healing. That's lack of accountability. Because if she never did anything wrong before, guess who becomes the bad guy when things go sideways with you? Exactly you. A grown woman says, we both made mistakes. I've learned. That's someone you can grow with. But if she only plays the victim, she's just rehearsing her next story where you are the villain. 3. I need a man who can handle me. It sounds flirty at first, but it's not a challenge, it's a warning. She's not looking for partnership. She's announcing chaos. What kind of grown woman brags about being hard to handle? Love isn't about handling. It's about support, respect, and growth. If she wears dysfunction like a crown, thinking her attitude makes her powerful, understand this. The longer you stay, the more she'll disrespect you for staying. For you're insecure for thinking that. This is not a disagreement, it's a tactic. It's called weaponized shame. You bring up a boundary, a concern, and instead of discussing it, she slaps you with a label. That's not strength, that's manipulation. A woman who respects you listens, even when she disagrees. She doesn't gaslight. She doesn't mock your standards. 5. Other men want me. That's not confidence. That's a trap. She wants to trigger jealousy, to see if you'll chase harder, compete, beg. But here's the truth. A woman who values you doesn't try to make you feel like an option. She doesn't need to remind you that she's desirable. She chooses to make you feel secure. If she's playing games, she's not looking for love. She's looking for control. 6. If you don't do it, I'll find someone who will. This one's nuclear. That's not a relationship. That's emotional blackmail. She's testing your fear of being left. Every time you give in, she learns that manipulation works. The more you fold, the less respect she has. And soon, you won't feel like her partner. You'll feel like her prisoner. A woman who loves you doesn't threaten you. She communicates. She negotiates. If she uses ultimatums, walk away. 7. Real men do this. Oh, you're a real man if you pay for everything. If you put up with disrespect. If you never push back. No. You're not a real man by playing her game. You become a real man by standing in your truth, setting your boundaries, and refusing to be manipulated. Any woman who uses masculinity as leverage isn't trying to love you. She's trying to control you. Every one of these phrases is a test not of your strength, but of your self-worth. The question isn't, can you handle her? It's, do you value yourself enough to walk away? Because the longer you stay where you're disrespected, the more you forget who you are. You'll shrink. You'll question yourself. You'll beg for love you should have received freely. But that ends today. You don't need to prove anything to someone who doesn't see your worth.